Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we will study about the case statements in MySQL. So case statements are very important when you design SQL queries. If you want to design complex SQL queries, then you have to understand how you can properly work with case statements. So understanding case statements is the backbone of writing effective SQL queries. So this is the basic format of writing any case statements. So case is almost like it is like it can be said about like you have done casing in C++ programming also, or in C you have done it. So you match it against a certain value, and then you perform the actions accordingly. For example, in this slide what we have written, if you just observe, this case expression will be matched against case expression 1, and then it will be matched against case expression 2. If it matches against case expression 1, then these commands, this command will be executed. If it matches against case expression 2, then this command will be executed. Else you can also give a default route. If nothing matches, then you can write else, and this thing is gonna execute. And then when you terminate a case, then you write end. Okay, so this way you write case statements in MySQL. So if you don't understand it, then let us try to understand it with the help of examples. So what I will do, I will just go to my MySQL prompt, and I think I've just opened one window. Okay, yeah, okay, and I will use the publisher database. This is my publisher database. And so case statements you generally use when there are some conditions which are involved. For example, I want to find out whether a number is even or odd. So select suppose I set a number, and suppose I set the number to be 10. Okay, suppose the number is 10. Now I want out, so I have set it to certain value. Now I want to find out whether the number is even or odd. So what query can I write? Okay, so I'll just open the notepad, and formally I'll state the query. The query is write a query to find whether a number is even or odd. Okay, so we have to do this. So we have to write a query to find whether a number is even or odd. So writing a query for this. So there are two conditions involved, if it is even or if it is odd. So what can I write? I can write something like this. I can write suppose I can write select. First of all, I will write select, and then what I will write, suppose case, and then the number. What is the number? It is denoted by @number. So you can declare the variables in MySQL like this, set number equal to 10. So that is setting this variable, that is to number variable to 10. Okay, then I will perform the modulus operation by 2. Okay, so when it is 0, then the number is what? The number is even, and when it is 1, then then the number is what? It is odd. Okay, and then I will and so always you have to end the case. Similarly, you see, if I have ended this case using this end. Okay, and suppose I can give an alias name to this column also. I will right now, I will not give any alias name to this column, so you can get what is happening behind the scenes. And then I'll just copy it, and it's very simple. I'll just paste it. Let us see what is the output. Okay, so you get that number is what? Number is even, because 10 is even. Suppose I set the number to piece, suppose I say set number equal to, say, suppose 11. I set the number to be 11. Now again I'll copy. Now what I will do is that, because so this big name is this column name is getting this much big, so I will alias this column. So how will I alias this column? Using as I will guess, I will give a alias name, suppose even, or suppose even or odd. Okay, okay, I write like this, and then suppose now I copy it, and then suppose now over here I just paste it. Oh, so I think it's not get copied. I'll copy it, and then again I'll paste it. Alright, I'll run it. So now you get the value is even or odd to be odd, because 11 was an odd number. Okay, so I've given some alias name to the column also. Suppose ECOOD. This you can take it to be anything. You can do it whatever you like. You can name this column. I have named it to ECOOD. Okay, so this much is clear. Now I have this employees table. I write the query select star from the employees. This is my employees table, and now the organization has decided something for the benefit of the employees. Suppose say I'll just remove this query from here, and then I will formally state the second query. Write a query to conditionally increment the salary of employees. Okay, and what is the condition? If the employee is a manager, then the salary is incremented by, say, suppose by 2000. Okay, and then I'll copy it. If the employee is, say, suppose if the employee is a developer. Okay, if the employee is a developer, if he's a developer, then salary is incremented by, say, suppose 1000. Else I will write salary will remain the same. Okay, so here also you can observe these conditions. If some employee is a manager, then his salary has to be incremented by 2000. If the employee is a developer, then his salary has to be incremented by what? It has to be incremented by 1000. And if it is not a manager or a developer, then the salary will remain the same. So what how will you write this query using case statements? Go for it. I'll just pause the video. We just try out how will you write this query. Okay, if you're not able to get it, then let me write it. How will I write it? I'll write it in the notepad. Okay, suppose I say select ename, select the ename, comma salary, comma case. I will say for the, okay, I will select designation also from here, designation. Okay, designation, comma case designation. Okay, and what is the cases for designation? When the employee is a manager, when the designation is a manager, then what will I select? Then I will select salary plus 2000. This is what I said. And when the employee is a developer, then what will I select? Then I will select salary plus 1000. Else in every other employee who are not managers or developers, the salary is going to remain the same. And then I will just end this case statement, and I am going to alias this as, suppose, say, net salary. Okay, and from which table I have to select it? From the employees table I have to select it. Okay, so I have written this query. Let us see if it works out or not. I've just copied it and I'll just paste it and run it. Okay, so now you see this Nikhil is a manager. See, Nikhil over here is a manager. So Nikhil's net salary has become 12,000, 1,22,000. Why? Because he's a manager and he's getting an increment by 2,000. Okay, and Nitin's salary, Nitin is also a manager. His salary is also getting incremented by what? By 2,000. Okay. And then you see there is one employee, Sonali, and Sonali is a developer and she is getting 50,000, but her net salary is now 51,000. Why? Because she is a developer. Okay, and for developers the salary has to be incremented by what? 1,000. So you see, I have not performed any updations over here, and let us try to see. I have not, first of all, let be very clear that I have not performed any updations here. For example, when I say select star from employees table, when I say like this, you see, this Nikhil salary is still 1,20,000, but I have not performed any kind of updations over here. This is just for display purpose. Okay, but now let us try to understand this query. So I will, I will just take the pen tool and I'll try to make you understand the query. So I will take this tool, and this is the pen tool. Okay, I've got it. Now you have the select statement. Select statement, I already told, whenever you work with select statement works from row by row. Okay, so it is going to go from one row to the next row. First of all, it will go to the first row. It will select what? It will select the name. It has selected the name. It has selected the salary. It has selected the salary. You said designation. It selected the designation. And now what it is saying? Case designation. So in the case of Nikhil, what is the designation? It is manager. That is why it is getting matched against manager, and what is being getting selected? It is salary plus 2000. Whose salary? The salary of the current row, that is Nikhil's salary, and Nikhil's salary was 1,20,000. So the new salary of Nikhil is 1,22,000. Then it will go to the next row. Again it will select e-name, that is Nitin. It will select salary, sorry, that is 80,000. It will select the designation, that is manager, and then it will go for case designation. The current designation for, it is in the second row. That is mean the current designation, it is about Nitin. So the designation of Nitin is again manager. Then again it is going to be matched against this, and it is going to select what? It is going to select the salary plus 2000. And whose salary? Salary of Nitin. Salary of Nitin is 80,000, and now it is showing it to be 82,000. Okay. Now for example, it is going over here. Suppose it is going to Anshita, and Anshita is an analyst. It is selecting Anshita. It is selecting, suppose what? It is selecting this Anshita. Okay, it is selecting Anshita, 6,000 analyst, and then it is again going to this case statement. Okay, and in designation I have written what? Designation will be now analyst in case of Anshita. So it will not be matched against this, against manager. It will not be matched against developer. It will not be matched. What will actually run? This else part will actually run when it is going to Anshita's rows. Okay, and what is being selected? It is just being selected as a salary. And what is the salary of Anshita? It is 60,000. So you see in this case, net salary is getting, net salary, the salary is also 60,000, and the net salary is also coming out to be what? It is coming out to be 60,000. Okay, so in this way, it is going to every row and performing these case operations. Okay, clear? So alright, so I have written this query. Okay, now one more interesting query for you. I hope you try this query on your own. So I'll just move it. The third query. Prefix every name. Prefix every name in the employees table with Mr. or Mrs. depending on the gender of the employee. Okay, I want to write this query. I want, for example, over here, if you just I just do a select star from employees table. For example, this is Nikhil and the gender is male. That is why I have to prefix the name of Nikhil by what? By Mr. Okay, suppose Sonali she is a female, so I have to prefix her name by what? I have to prefix her name because in gender it is what written? It is written as F. So she is a female, so I have to prefix her name with what? With what? I have to prefix her name with Mrs. Okay, so you just write this query. See, this is the query. Just write the query. Prefix every name in employees table. Okay, with the I'll say Mr. and Mrs. Okay, depending upon what? Depending upon the gender on the employee. Okay, if she is either a male or female. So try this query. Okay, I'll just wait. I'll just pause the video. Okay, if you are not able to get it, then I think this is also pretty I mean, I'll use one single row function for this. You'll get it. So we'll eventually cover this function when when we will cover single row functions, string single row functions in MySQL. We will cover it, but still let us do it. Suppose I have to get the suppose I say gender also, ename comma gender comma case what? I have to write case on what? I have to write case on gender. Okay, because through gender I am deciding whether I have to prefix a name with male or I have to prefix the name by by Mrs. Okay, if he is a male, then I have to prefix it by Mr. and if she is a female, then I have to prefix it by what? By Mrs. Okay, case gender, when the gender is what? It is male, then what I have to write? Then I will write something like this, concat. So concat function is a function that is used for what? Concatenation of strings. So I will write Mr. comma ename. Okay, and then when it is what? It is female, then I will again use the concat function, and this time I will write what? I will write not Mr. I will write Mrs. and Mrs. comma what? Ename. Okay, and then I will end because there are only two conditions, male and female. Okay, so we are not considering the third gender. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. and then I will end, and then from which table I'm selecting all these records? From the employees table. Okay, and okay, so you get, suppose one employee is Nikhil, then okay, I'll just okay, suppose I'll just take the pen tool, I'll just explain this query. Before explaining, I just let me do some modifications. I forgot to alias this column, so I'll alias the column also. I'll copy it. Sorry, I'll just I'm gonna copy it, so it's not getting. I'm just gonna copy it, then I'll go to the notepad. I'll just paste it over here, and I'll remove this. Okay, this I'm gonna remove. Again, from here this, from here this. Okay. Alright, so it is properly indented also, and here I will give the as suppose I call this this column new name, then I can write something like this: new name from which table? From the employees table. Okay, and now suppose I copy it and then I run this query. Let us see what is the output. Okay, alright, from employees you got. Now for example, Nikhil is what? Nikhil is a male, that is why it is printing Mr. Nikhil. Suppose Anshita is a female, so though it is what? The new name is becoming Mrs. Anshita. Why? So now again, you can, if you want to understand this query, let me explain it once again. Although I have explained, but still, if you get any kind of confusions, then I'll explain this query also. I'll take the pen tool. For example, how this query will run. So select statement is here. You see select statement, and when I say select statement will run how? Select statement will run from row by row. Okay, it will run from row by row. Okay, so first of all, it will go to the first row. It will go to Nikhil, and then it will select what? It will select the ename, it will select Nikhil, then it will select gender, that is M, and then it is selecting performing case against what? Against gender. So gender in this row, current row, is what? It is male, so it is getting matched over here. And then what I am printing? Concatenation of Mr. and ename. So the current ename is what? It is Nikhil. If it is going to this Anshit, suppose Sonali's row, so Sonali, here the case gender is what? It is female, it is getting matched over here, and then it is what? Printing what? Concat Mrs. plus what? Ename. And what is the ename of the employee? This employee, it is Sonali. That is why it is printing out Mrs. Sonali. Okay, so in this way this query is working. Okay, clear? I think I have done explanation. Select star from employees. This is my employees table. Okay, all right. All right, so I think I have I have finished explaining case. So you can have a look at all these three queries, and if so thank you for watching all my videos, and please do keep on subscribing and liking my videos, and please do tell your friends about all these videos. Thank you so much for watching them.